Agent Romanoff. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Robert Downey Jr. may have left the Marvel Cinematic Universe with an epic finale in Avengers Endgame, but it doesn't quite mean that he's done posting online and appearing in videos and even starring in other movies. And though it seems like he may be retiring from the Marvel Cinematic Universe for the time being, it's been a lot of fun to see what he's been up to ever since Avengers Endgame came out, and especially in this last year, he's been incredibly active online, being in a bunch of videos, posting his own videos. So we wanted to look at some of the best and funniest moments from Robert Downey Jr. after his Marvel Cinematic Universe retirement. Let's go ahead and jump into this, starting things off with a really interesting story where essentially this kid, who's 14 years old, started up his own superhero-themed hot dog food cart, and Robert Downey Jr. actually made a short video kind of giving the kid a shout out, and it was really cool just to see what he said and also the kid's reaction.
Where is he? Drew, where is he? Where's Mason Wright? Let me see him. Oh! My man. Young entrepreneurs, small business, now more than ever, right? You have a vision. You make it real. This is the American dream. You are a complete rock star, my friend.
At the very end of last year, Chris Pratt threw an online show, telethon, fundraiser type event and had a bunch of celebrities on there. A lot of Marvel actors were there, including Tom Holland. And of course, Robert Downey Jr. did show up to this event and hung out with Chris Pratt to help raise money and also just hang out and have a good time. It was really funny just to listen to the two talk and how they bantered and had a good time all together.
The girls want to know what you sleep in.
What I sleep in? I'm in my pajamas. It's not that exciting. I was going to try and find, I have some Spider-Man pajamas, but I couldn't find them. I don't know why.
Well, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. No one asked that. I was actually hoping.
Just wanted to know.
Find out what you sleep in. Yeah.
What a night it's been.
What a night. It's been an amazing night.
My gosh.
1,200 extra donations through the course of the last little bit.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
What are you talking about? I live for this stuff. And by the way, the fact that you're doing this on New Year's Eve, it just speaks to you and your character. Feed thy neighbor. This is what, I mean, charity starts at home, man.
Matter of fact, it seemed like altogether, Robert Downey Jr. was pretty ready for 2020 to end and for 2021 to begin when it started earlier this year.
Howdy, Robert Downey Jr. here. Hope you're doing as well as can be expected. It's weird. I mean, I'm telling you, it's hard not to be overwhelmed by the enormity of the challenge we're facing in this pandemic, and I'm glad to be taking a minute to raise awareness and hopefully a little much needed dough for an organization called CORE. CORE stands for Community Organized Relief Effort, and it's right on time. Right on schedule.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yes, and by the way, I want you to see the future of this great nation. Come on in, y'all. All big fans of yours. Good job, everybody. Next year, can be there. Come on in here, Fiona. Get in the frame.
There he is. There they are.
We did get to see a really interesting interview, though, on Stephen Colbert's show, where he talked a little bit of how he relates to the character Tony Stark, which actually makes sense considering an actor like this, who's played a character for so long, likely has some of his own characteristics ingrained in the character and vice versa.
As you said yourself, you had a period of time when you ascended up your own sphincter, I think you said? Something along those lines?
I thought I said 6-hole, but it's what we'd have to go to the tape. Let's go to the tape.
Jim, can we roll that back?
Sphincter.
So anyway, so you disappear into yourself for a little while, quite famously, and then you come back as Iron Man.
We've also gotten to see Robert Downey Jr. talk a little bit about Alice in Chains at the 2020 Mopop Foundation. Just a really cool shout out to them.
Come on. Sean, Mike, William.
Alice in Chains. It's the one band everyone can still agree upon. How did you do it? 33 years later, I'll tell you. Unadulterated, iconic, understatement. Superstars who never sold out. That's the trifecta. Dark, luxurious harmonies, lyrics that make you think and feel. It's the SEM, baby. Seriously elevated musicianship. I cannot wait to see and hear what you do next. I congratulate you, one and all, past and present. Lane and Mike would be so proud of this legacy. Your profound contribution, in my opinion, is you have saved the planet from mediocrity. Yep. Like, oh my God, that'd be a great superhero villain. Mediocritus. Mediocritus. You are vanquished and banished forevermore in the name of AIC. Amazing. In just 5 weeks, we raised over $2 million. We secured and renovated a brand new hospice center for kids. In fact, because of you, Julia's house just signed a 999-year lease. Welcome to the Greater Los Angeles Brain Trust Experimentation Lab headquarters. I'm Robert Downey Jr.
Such a massive undertaking. You've been watching the news, and it ain't cheap. Right now, CORE is the only organization that is boots on the ground, working with mayors and governors to coordinate free drive-through COVID-19 testing in LA, Atlanta, and they're looking to expand nationwide. I think they're doing a fantastic job. Okay, sounds good, right? Testing, blah, blah, blah. But why is it important? Why should I care? Because if we want our lives back, then we need to marry local governance and citizen involvement to meet demand.
But first, we wanted to give a quick reminder. We do have a really awesome Instagram page that updates you guys on everything happening Marvel immediately. So if you guys want to follow us on Instagram, check it out, link in the description. There's also a ton of really awesome memes and other things that are posted on there. So make sure you guys are following that page. And let's go ahead and jump into this story. We want to give a huge shout out to our Marvel Monday winner. If you guys didn't know, every single Monday, we do a challenging Marvel trivia question. So if you guys want to participate, make sure you guys are subscribed here to Film Artsy. Head over to our community tab on Mondays and participate in our Marvel Monday question for a chance to have your comment featured right here on this channel. We also do DC Thursdays, if DC is more of your thing, and you can still participate by going over to our community tab on Thursdays. So make sure you guys participate if you want a chance of having your comment featured right here. We've also seen him in the time since ending and retiring from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's been very vocal about different charities and promotional events. Now, he's always been this way, even when he was still in the MCU, just really supporting a lot of different causes and being a pretty stand-up guy, but it seems like he stepped it up and really used his voice on social media to influence and try to raise money for different causes.
I'm also here to support my new foundation, Random Act Funding. Before we get started, I want you to know we just reached $800,000, so thank you very kindly for that. But I'm thinking if you want to become a founding member, you're going to visit omaze.com/RDJ, donate as little as $10, and you're going to get merchandise, chance to hang out with me. It's for a great cause. And hello from Finland, I love you too.
Now, this next clip might be a year old, but back during the celebration of Avengers Endgame's 1-year anniversary, we got to see Robert Downey Jr. talk a little bit about the audience reaction from Avengers Endgame when that movie released. And we do wonder if, with just another month or so to go, we might see some sort of really cool reunion or celebration from some of the cast members on the 2-year mark of that iconic film coming out. And it just really makes it seem how long it's been since we've gotten to see some new Marvel Cinematic Universe content just because of what happened with all the movies in the last year.
Yes. In the movie. And it's so rare to be part of something like that, where a theater is almost behaving like a rock concert.
Oh, yeah. And look, I mean, speaking of cultural stuff, not to drop names, but I was talking to Paul Thomas Anderson the other day, and I think he said that he was going back and YouTubing early screening audience reactions to this just because he wanted to remind himself of the power of cinema.
So we wanted to turn it around to you guys. Do you guys still enjoy Robert Downey Jr. even though he's not kind of a front face of the Marvel Cinematic Universe anymore? Do you feel like his impact has kind of solidified him as a legendary actor in the Marvel fandom? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for more videos like this, uploaded every day of the week. That's it for today though. We'll see you guys all next time with a brand new video.